The president's fire over immigration.
We're going to get the wall, and we need it.
Long frustrated by Congress and the courts rejecting his policies, including a travel ban.
We don't know who they are. We don't know where they come from.
That backdrop is context for a provocative report in the New York Times that describes a volatile Oval Office meeting 6 months ago, where the president and top officials engaged in a heated conversation over how many visas the State Department granted to individuals from places like Afghanistan, Haiti, and Nigeria. According to the New York Times, some, but not all, of their unnamed sources said the president used derisive language, referring to Haitians admitted to the U.S. as having AIDS, and thousands coming from Nigeria would not go back to their, quote, huts. The White House insisted today that senior staff actually in the meeting deny these outrageous claims and called the paper's decision to publish sad and telling. But today on Twitter, the president tried to steer attention back to his claims of bias against him at the FBI, taunting Deputy Director Andrew McCabe, top ally of Fire Director James Comey, racing the clock to retire with full benefits, 90 days to go. The president also declared, wow, FBI lawyer James Baker reassigned. The Justice Department says Baker was moved out of the FBI's general counsel's office as new director Christopher Wray assembles his own senior team. The president and his allies have ramped up criticism of the FBI, alleging specific examples of partisan bias. It's a way to undercut the Bureau's work on the Russia investigation. The Justice Department says Deputy Director McCabe has not announced plans to retire, but associates say he has long intended to exit when he becomes eligible for a full pension in March.
Hey, NBC News fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here, and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.